how do you guys try to make progress with the passing game? You saw you guys were able to get some shots downfield, but what do you guys have to keep working on to make those kind of steps forward?
Like you said, just keep working at it, and that's what practice is for, right? If you complete balls in practice, you execute in practice, you have a good chance of completing them and executing in the game. So we just got to keep hammering it in practice, and it will turn into completions in the game. I truly believe that.
On Saturday, the first half, you guys were throwing the ball efficiently, hitting on those big plays. But in the fourth quarter, it seemed like the chemistry kind of went away. What do you think happened there? Was it just a difference in play calling, that maybe Keaton and the receivers are better at executing out of play action, and when they can't use play action, it's not as good, or what is it?
I would just say it's just execution. Whether it's a drop back pass, a run action pass, whatever you call, you just got to execute it. And also hats off to North Carolina. They played a hell of a game. You know what I mean? That's a good team over there. And they battled. But as far as us, we just got to execute better. Every guy doing their 111th.
Coach, there are some expectations for Barden this year.
Yes, sir.
Why hasn't he been able to show that on the field at this point?
Yes. So going into this game, he was scheduled to be playing. We didn't expect Bub to play. During practice, he was kind of nicked up a bit, and then on game day, he said, "Coach, I could go." And once that happened, we went with the top three. So it's no fault to him or anything like that, because the kid can play, man. He's a hell of a talent, and we just got to be better in finding ways just to get him acclimated. But he's backing up Kanante as well, so we're just trying to figure it out as an offensive staff.
How close is he to getting into that top three? Is he pushing on that door?
I mean, with injuries and got guys hitting the portal, different circumstances, and what I love about Barden, he comes here ready to work each and every day and just waiting for his opportunity, and I have nothing but respect for that young man.
Who stepped up with Jaden outside of the room? Because Jaden was the guy that was kind of the young guy that was working his way up to being the top three, if not this year, next year. Who else has kind of stepped up in their role to say, like, hey, I deserve to maybe get the next looks?
Man, at this point, I just tell those guys, bro, I don't care who's on the field, we're going to play hard. Like, that's what I want to see. When I cut on the tape or other teams cut on the tape, I want them to see that we play hard. And I thought we did that versus Carolina. We came up short. Definitely would like to have a better fourth quarter there and finish the game. But at the end of the day, I just want our guys to play hard. I don't care if you're a fifth-year senior or a true freshman. I just want them guys to compete.
When you look at that game, I mean, Bub makes a 40-yard catch. Jared makes a bunch of catches downfield. Kanate even had like a diving catch on third down in the fourth quarter. Do you sense your guys getting frustrated, sort of along the lines of, look, we can make these plays.
Yes,
we
sir.
just need opportunity.
So what I say, man, control what you can control. And I thought they did a good job of that. I told Jay Wayne, I said, bro, you're the leader of our group. That one deep ball, I need you to make that play. You know what I mean? Because you're capable. Keaton laid it out there for us, so we got to make that play for him. But overall, man, just control what you can control. I don't care if a pass play is called, run play, or what have you. Execute your job. On each play, we have a job, you know what I mean? So I just want my guys to execute. And that's what I'm trying to do as the receiver coach, is just have my guys prepared and also executing their job.
As the passing game coordinator, why, in your opinion, do you think that Gavin hasn't had as many targets as a lot of people expected him to have? Like, at this point, I don't think he had one catch on Saturday.
I know, and a lot of that can be because of the defensive structure, right? You call plays for certain guys, and if the defense takes it away, it has to go to a secondary option. So sometimes that sucks. And me being a receiver, I've been there, where you get 10 targets one game, next game you may not get any, just because of the way the defense plays, So I tell my guys, they come in bunches. So if nothing came that game, the next game, that ball is going to find a way to find you. You know what I mean? You just got to be ready when the opportunity comes.
So are you guys calling plays with trying to get him involved? Like, are the play calls there for him, and then it's just, they're just covering it? That's what you're saying?
I would say whenever you're a play caller or game planning, you want to attack the structure of the defense, right? And based on down and distance, situation, or area of the field, okay, they play this defense majority of the time. They play this defense the second most, and you're just basically playing the odds. You're playing the odds. And then certain plays, it's like, okay, such and such is the first read on this play, and then we're going to sweep read it. So it's a lot that goes into it, and we're going to try to do our best to put the players in position to be successful. And clearly we just got to be better at doing that, and then we got to execute and just go from there.
Tiquan is a position coach who spends a lot of time with these guys.
Yes.
Most waking moments. What's it like for you personally when a guy decides to leave the program?
Man, that's always hard. Like, you building these relationships with these guys, you know, and when they decide to leave, it's tough because you got to have that talk with them. You got to have that talk with their folks, and it's not always easy. You know what I mean? Because guys leave for different reasons, and in this instance, I loved coaching JB when he was here, and I feel like that decision was made, and he's going to move on. We're going to move on. Wish him nothing but the best, and I know he's going to be successful wherever he lands. Some programs going to be lucky to have him for sure.
Last year, Jared was kind of playing behind a Biletnikoff winner. Obviously, was a 2 in this offense.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's taking that role on as a 1. The qualities that are expected out of a 1, do you feel he's fit that mold this season?
Man, the one thing I can say about Jay Wayne, he's consistent. Each and every day you're going to get the same person on and off the field. And he's done a great job leading the receiver unit. And for him to have the game he had last game, honestly, I wasn't surprised because he comes to work each and every day. And he took advantage of his opportunities.
Tiquan, how difficult is it for receivers to develop chemistries with first-year quarterbacks?
I mean, that's going to be always. Same when the young guy comes here, you got to build chemistry. You know what I mean? So when you transfer in and you're throwing with guys, that's why you got to throw all the time. Those off seasons are valuable, man. The spring ball, the summer, it takes time. It takes time. And I feel like we just got to keep working, man. We got to keep working. Certain plays we connect, certain plays we don't, and we just, as our job as coaches is to fix the mistakes. Players just execute it better, and I feel like we'll be fine because we've had flashes, we've had games and quarters where we play well, we play very well, we execute, we score, and then sometimes we'll go in a little lull. So we got to figure out as coaches, okay, why are we going in that lull, and let's fix it so we can play clean football throughout.
Have you figured out what causes the lull?
Man, and it's 11 guys on the field, right? If one person screws up on offense, the play's probably not going to work. On defense, 10 guys could fall down, but that one guy make a sack or a tackle, and they're good. So offensively, man, it takes all 11 guys all the time. And football's hard. Football's hard. I tell my guys all the time, everybody can't do it. You know what I mean? You guys are special, all right? But we got to figure out, okay, what is our job, and we got to execute it. It's no excuse. No matter who we're playing, no matter the structure of the defense, we have to make the play when opportunity comes. And I feel like if we all take that approach across the board, we'll be better.
With Syracuse, Williams is out for the year, but they still have a pretty strong secondary.
Yeah.
What do you like about them on tape?
Oh my gosh, I feel so bad for that guy, man. He was playing great football, really good corner, and I definitely saw him on tape. But collectively, Syracuse very aggressive, good tackling team, and they play with an attitude. They play with a chip. So we're gonna have to bring it on Saturday. That's for damn sure.
You expecting a lot of press coverage?
From Syracuse, they'll give you some press, they'll give you some off. You know what I mean? They do a good job of mixing it up, and they got that 3 safety defense, which is unique, very different than most defenses that you play against. So that makes you think a little bit. It's a little, you know what I mean, different, but very aggressive. That's what I see on tape. They run to the ball and they're physical. So we got to do a good job of having good ball security this week. That's for sure.
I know that you. Go ahead.
Yep.
How about 2 more and then we'll wrap it up?
I know that you're the receivers coach, but you're also the pass game coordinator.
Yep.
What do you guys have to do to get Gavin more involved? Because he has, I think, 16 catches in 8 games. It feels like with the talents that he has,
yes,
he could be a spark for this offense.
No doubt, man. Gavin's a hell of a talent. Hell of a talent. He showed that as a true freshman, and he showed that in flashes this year. And I think it's just executing, like you said, calling it, giving him his opportunities, and he'll always make the most of it. He's pretty sure-handed, good player. So we just got to execute, man. I feel like if we execute, we'll have longer and more drives, more plays. That's more opportunities for guys to get the ball.
Does it require? I'm sorry, Jeff. Go ahead.
Go ahead and finish.
I just wanted to, do you have to draw up plays saying, this guy is the primary read, we need to get him the football?
So certain plays, you got a primary. Certain plays is like, okay, 1 high, 2 high, what does the defense do? Then we go to that side. You know what I mean? It's different things when it comes to scheme. You feel where I'm coming from? So we'll find ways. We'll find ways for sure. And I look forward to seeing how we execute on Saturday. Had a good day of practice today. Got to clean up some things, and we'll get after it tomorrow.
As that pass game coordinator, obviously everything can seem to fall on the quarterback. What's your conversations like, and what are your messages to Keaton?
Oh man, anytime I speak to Keaton, I'm a very positive person, right? And you have to be. You have to be. And the one thing about the quarterback position, when it goes well, you get all the glory. When it doesn't go so well, you get most of the blame. And he's done a great job just being a leader, being consistent. And I just tell him, man, hey, don't lose confidence in who you are, bro. You're a hell of a player. And he showed that on Saturday. Some of those balls he threw to Jay Wayne, to some of the wideouts, I was like, damn, some dimes, you know what I mean? And that's the Keaton that I know. So we just got to keep it up, man, and it starts with our preparation. If we have a good week of practice, we pitch it, we throw it, we catch it, run the ball. Obviously, we all know we have a great running game with the backs that we have, but we just got to play cleaner as an offense. When we play clean, we're hard to stop. When we shoot ourselves in the foot and we don't play clean, defenses have their way. So we got to find a way to execute better.
Will, I'm going to give you the last one.
You sort of answered it, but I guess when you have a guy that's Kenny was like a unicorn. He was here
Oh,
so
my
long,
gosh.
and receivers knew what they were getting every time.
Uh-huh.
Now you got a guy, he's going to be here 2 years max. How much harder is it to speed up the process to make sure that they can, because the level is still here, right? It's not like, well, we got all this time to build up. It's like you got a shorter window.
Yeah.
So what's the challenge in that?
Definitely a challenge. Anytime you lose a talent like a Kenny Pickett, and like you said, he's been here for a while, and we're talking about a first-round quarterback, replacing a first-rounder, that's always going to be tough. I don't care who you bring in. And for us, it's just taking a little time. You know what I mean? Transfer from another school, getting to know the guys, because that's first thing first. The relationships, that's most important rather than the execution. The relationships will help the execution. So I feel like the tighter we are as a group, the more we meet together and go over things and be on the same page, we'll put out a better product on the field.
Thank you, Tiquan.
Thanks.
Appreciate